I believe it was perfect, wasn't it?
It was.
Garvey, you asked her that
Because I was trying to prove.
Wait, you gotta let
I
me-
want to see the power.
Alright, here we go. I have triangle C, H, S apparently, doesn't really matter. And I am going to find out how many triangles are possible. If we can't do this, we'll go ahead and take our quiz on Thursday. Then let's focus. Alright, here we go. Sine 18 over 4 equals sine H over 3.
Yep.
So sine H equals 3 sine 18 over 4. So I'm going to go to my calculator, which I learned that. Dana, I need you to do this. How do I type this in? What do I end up typing in? Inverse sine. That's right. So I'm going to type in inverse sine, this number.
I got 13.4. You're good.
Heck yeah.
So H is 13.4.
Yep.
13.4, yeah. Joe, is that what you got? That's what I got too.
I need to.
Those two triangles.
Now, I don't need to finish that triangle.
Yeah.
Now I need to figure out, here's the given, could there be
Yes.
a different angle H?
Yeah.
Yes.
My calculator said 13.4, but could it be 180 minus 13.4? What is that, 166.6? Can you have a 166.6 and an 18 in the same triangle? No. So therefore, there is only one possible triangle.
So if you get an angle that's smaller than the original angle as your first answer, then it's always going to be just one triangle.
Okay, next.
Wait.
Now you're good, bro.
Wait, so it's only one triangle?
One triangle. Let's look at the next one.
And what's your grade?
Oh. A plus.
Everyone is
I'm gonna pull out my phone. It's already up there.
Okay, now, wait a second. This is a little bit different. This is a trick question. Because the situation that causes trouble is angle side side. And what's this one?
Side,
Angle side. One triangle possible. You don't need to do that one because it isn't the ambiguous case. It's like side, side, side. Or hypotenuse side. It is good to go. That was tricky.
Oh, that was tricky.
What about C? Problem C. So this is 73. This is 16.
Oh my gosh.
Was that mine?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
That was like bones. Good.
Please don't screw around.
I wasn't
calculator.
screwing around.
Do you have the lid?
Yeah, it's
The cover?
That's a fraction.
Yeah.
Probably like 5 fractions.
Alright, are we good here? This is the triangle given. So now we're gonna do sine 73 over 16 equals sine H over 17. Okay, so let's type into our calculator. Second sine 17 sine 73 over 16. Let's type that in and see what we get for angle H.
Wait, it's error.
Zero.
There's no triangle possible.
No.
Does that really say error?
Yeah.
Then that means there are no triangles possible. If the calculator comes up with an error message, I would retype it in again just to make sure, but if it says error again, then that means there are no triangles possible. All right, what about D? Remember, this is more than's on your quiz, your quest. Your quest isn't gonna have this many things on it. Here we go, we have 73, oh wait, I just did that one. Oh no, I didn't, 73, 15, H, 14. All right, so sine 73.
Okay.
63.2.
That's disrespectful.
63.2.
You already got it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You're going so fast.
So
I'll slow down.
63.2?
Want me to?
Yeah, can you please slow that down?
Yeah, so one time it's less than the first one. That's one time. I noted.
If it was two triangles, should they both add up to?
Well, the second one should be bigger.
Actually, add up what?
So, if there is a second triangle, this angle would be 180 minus your 63,
Yeah.
which is 116.8 maybe?
Yeah.
You get to one triangle.
Can these two coexist in
No.
a triangle?
No.
So again, we have one.
It has to be less than the first, more than the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's try E.
E.
We'll do one more.
Okay. Second side.
Are we gonna move on to this chapter stuff?
Right, here we go.
14.
Oh, I don't know, I can try.
71.
I don't know, I think it,
Okay, wait a second. Stop.
Stop, guys. It's two different sides.
This is another trick question.
I find
Yeah.
out if it's more than one.
What is that giving? Side angle side?
Yeah.
How many triangles possible?
Two.
One.
Wait, what?
One.
I'm gonna time it.
One.
Hey,
The only time there can be more is ASS.
Yeah.
And that is not ASS. That would not be lost signs, in other words, right? Okay, let's go do the last one since that was a trick one. So we got 50, 12, 13. All right, this one might be trouble. So sine 50 over 12 equals sine H over 13.
56.09.
So second sine 13 sine 50 over 12, what did you say that is?
56.09.
So like 56.1.
Yeah. So yeah, that's two triangles.
If there is another one, this angle right here, this angle H, would be 180 minus the first one,
113.9.
which is 130, 133, 123.
What? My bad. Jesus.
123.9.
They can two triangles.
Can these two exist in the same triangle?
Yeah.
So therefore, there are two. All right, that's gonna be a question on your quest. You think you got it under control?
Yeah.
All right, number
Handle
2.
that.
Find the area of triangle PQR.
Are we here? It's being recorded, by the way.
I don't know if I can handle
It's
that.
being recorded, right?
All right, so here's
Holy smokes.
PQR,
Did you?
and side P is 10,
What?
side Q is 8, and side, oh boy,
Oh,
here
here
we
goes.
go.
Here goes.
If you're gonna find the area of this triangle, we'll use Hero's formula.
Joe Big Age, bro.
It'd be
So
15.
the first thing we do is add them all up, and we get 30.
Whoa.
So half of 30 is 15. Now, let's pay attention.
10.25.
What goes in these parentheses?
Wait, hold on. I did wrong.
15 minus each side.
Yeah.
So
Whoa,
15
8 minus
minus
15.
8, 15 minus 12, and 15 minus 10.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Bad cons.
Stop.
39.69.
Is this okay with everybody?
Yeah.
All right, what did you say you get?
39.69.
39.
Someone check that for me. Someone.
Back
You're
check.
good.
Ah, you're good.
You don't have to take that one, right? Jen over. Your mom.
is
Yeah, I need to mirror my calculator. I'm part of the biology.
Alright, now we're finding the area of this triangle.
Yep.
Notice, I don't have all three sides, so I'm not gonna do Hero's formula.
I'm gonna do regular.
But I do have two sides and the included angle.
Yes.
So area will be 1/2, don't forget the 1/2, 16, 12, sine 82. 1/2, side, side, sine. And we just type it in.
95.1.
I have no idea.
Sound effective.
Anybody match?
Yeah, he's correct. As always.
All right, number 3. Number 3. I have a regular nonagon.
9 sides.
That's 9 sides. So I'm gonna draw my circle and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hash marks. Connect them. And there is my regular nonagon inscribed in a circle with a radius of 12.
Okay, well, I already know.
How many triangles are up there? 9.
365.
And they're all equal. So therefore, if I can find the area of one of them, I will just times it by 9. And that will be my answer for area. Okay, so let's look at this. What do I know about this angle right here? That angle right there. It's 40. How do I know it's 40?
360 divided by 9.
Because all the way around is 360. All these together are 360 divided by 9. I now have 2 sides and the included angle.
Yep.
So the area of the triangle is 1/2, 12, 12, sine 40.
Yup.
So I can type that in on my calculator
46.28.
and then hit times 9. Don't round it off, just hit times 9.
416.53.
416.53 square, doesn't say. It would be square units, right?
Yep.
So inches, square feet, square centimeters, something. Now that is the area. The question also
And
asks
perimeter.
for the perimeter.
Okay.
Now, if we want the perimeter, wouldn't that be 9 times that side right there?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find that side.
Law is not.
It's either gonna be the law of sines or it's gonna be the law of cosines. Taking a look at what I have labeled up here, I think it's gonna be cosines.
Yeah.
So x squared equals 12 squared plus 12 squared minus 2, 12, 12 cosine 40.
$8.21.
Did you square root?
Yeah.
Okay, so he square rooted, because that's what you have to do, right, when you do this. But we want the perimeter,
Times
so
9.
we'll hit times 9.
Yeah. 73.8 cents.
So your perimeter
73.8.
is 73.8, 88
Yes.
inches or feet or whatever the unit is, it's not given. Everybody okay with that?
Come on, go.
All right.
Wait, let's get my Sharpie. Hand it out.
Now we've got a parallelogram.
Crossing the diagonal 122.
And we're finding what's AC. So we are finding this diagonal right here. AC. How long is it? Now keep in mind it's a parallelogram, so this is 6 and this is 14.
So that means that.
The other corner is 122.
122.
This would be 122 up
Other
here.
corner is 58.
Well, right now I don't need anything else because can I just use my law cosines and find x?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So here we
X
go.
squared.
X squared equals.
14 squared plus 6 squared minus 2.
Yeah, it doesn't help see now. It helps actually be a problem.
Does that work?
17.92.
And did you square root?
Yep.
And that is it. You're just, don't multiply by anything, you're just finding AC, the length of AC. And when you're finding a length, you're either doing law of sines or law of cosines. Whatever fits.
Now we do area.
the jobs.
You're about the area too.
Now we're finding the area of the whole parallelogram.
I have an idea. You find the area of one triangle.
So we can find the area of the triangle and then double it.
Yep.
Alright, how do we find the area of the triangle?
You do here.
1/2,
Times 14.
14, 6, sine 122. 2 sides and the angle in between.
35.62.
What is it?
35.62.
Double it.
Oh, times 2. 71.2.
And again, whatever the unit would be, that would be square whatevers. Okay? Find the largest angle of the triangle with sides of 16, 18, and 20. So let me draw this triangle, M and R. And this M is 16, R is 19, and N, no, I'm on the wrong column. M is 16, N is 18, and R is 20.
How do you find an angle?
S.
So which angle am I looking for? R. I have to find angle R.
Because it's the biggest side.
Now remember, to find a side or an angle, your options are law sines and law of cosines. That's it, that's all you got.
Oh, I have an idea.
So,
Nope.
gotta be law cosines.
So what
It can't be sines because I don't have that pair, right?
Log
So,
cosine.
if I'm doing the law of cosines and I'm finding R, then here has to be 20 squared, and out here has to be cosine R. That's how it has to be if I'm doing the law of cosines.
400.
So then in the middle here, I'll have 18 squared, 16 squared, 2, 18, 16.
Divide
Now,
that all by.
slow down. You are programmed to just start typing. You cannot type all of this in because there's a variable in it. So your job is to solve for cosine R. You gotta get the variable by itself.
No, all that by 400.
Divide it.
So how you do this is up to you, but here's what I would suggest. This is 400. Go ahead and add those two together. I can't. What's 18 squared plus 16 squared?
580.
580. Go ahead and multiply 2 times 18 times 16.
4. Well, minus 2. I did minus 2.
Multiply 2
Oh,
times 18 times 16.
576.
576.
76.
Cosine R.
Oh, I see.
So, this we can figure out obviously. These two can be added together, so we did that.
Divide by 40.
These can be multiplied, so we did that. Now, what you absolutely can't do is subtract these two
You
numbers.
have to subtract the 580 and divide by it.
Exactly. You gotta subtract the 580 divide by the 576. So cosine R equals 180 over 576.
71.8 degrees.
What do we do with that?
Inverse of cos.
Inverse cosine.
71.8.
Inverse cosine, that number. And what'd you say you get?
71.8.
71.8.
That's what I got to.
So this is a law of cosines problem, like the one on the quiz, the ones we did earlier, but it's different because the variables are here. So just be careful when you type it in. You cannot type it in all at once. All right, one more on this page. We got a triangle, QRN, and we have to find side Q.
Did you see law sign?
I don't know, I gotta look at it. So I got Q is 48, R is 19, and N is 81.
Sign 51 over S cubed.
This is definitely gonna be a law of sines, because since I know these two angles, can't I find this one?
Yeah.
And it would be
51.
51 degrees. Now look at what you've got. Right? So sine 51 over 19 equals sine 48 over Q.
18.17.
So just type that in, no inverse, just regular typing,
18.17.
18.17.
Oh, the backside. Ooh. Wow.
Now, it looks to me like all of these problems are identical to the ones we just did,
Yeah.
except number 5.
What problem?
So I am on Prequest, I'm on the other side of the paper we just did, and I'm looking at problem number 5. The rest of them are identical to the types we just finished. So here we go, number 5. This squiggly line here, these are answers over here. So you can ignore those or fold your paper so you're not cheating. And it's only some of the answers, the rest are continued on another page. Jordan is walking toward the trig tower. So here's the trig tower, here's Jordan. At one point, her angle of elevation is 28. After walking 15 more minutes, she's walking toward the tower, so now she's here. Her angle of elevation is 31. How tall is the building? All right, does that look okay? Now, there's a piece of information that I don't have in my picture. I know what this distance is.
45.
Because I know that Jordan is walking 2 miles an hour
At 15 minutes.
for a fourth of an hour.
0.5.
So 1/4 times 2 is 0.5. This is 0.5. Now, that is 0.5 miles.
Yeah.
So remember that.
Is 31 supplementary? What is you do like
You do x minus 1 or x plus 1.
no 31 minus 1
And you can find this angle easily. What's that angle?
160 no 159.
159.
Yeah. And then you can find
No, it wasn't 159.
what is it?
You got the calculator. I think it's 149.
Oh 149. Yeah.
And
you're
then
right.
we can find this one up, this tiny one up here, which is, what?
70.
Is it like 3?
Let me see.
Yes,
Yes,
And we can find this one right here, I'm just finding angle, I don't know. If that's 31, this has gotta be 59.
Yep.
Okay, so I got all my angles. Could I find my hypotenuse
Yeah.
using the law of sines?
Yeah.
Sine 3 over 0.5 equals sine 28 over h. With these, I am looking at this triangle right here, the skinny little triangle. Sine 3 over 0.5 equals sine 28 over h.
4.49.
What is it?
4.49.
Okay, he's already worked that out and got 4.49. Hold that on your calculator. Okay. Now let's look at this triangle.
You just said sine 90.
Could I say sine 90 over the answer he just got, that 4.49 number that's stored on my calculator, equals sine 31 over x? So remember, you're doing your stored number times sine 31 divided by sine 90.
Ooh, I think I did it wrong. I got 2.31.
2.31. Now, it's ridiculous
Yeah.
because that's miles,
Yeah.
but it's because I made up this problem, so
Oh.
that's why. So I believe you 2.31 miles tall is the building. And that's ridiculous because I didn't do a good job making up the problem. The math is correct.
Great work today, guys.
Okay,
You're great.
all right, now I have another sheet for you. This has some old review sheets from years and years and years of stockpiling,
Alright.
so that you have no excuse. And I've changed my mind. This will be Thursday. We will review Thursday, we'll review the first, well, we'd rather have it Thursday or Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Then we will review the first part of the period on Thursday and start chapter 7.
Hey, why don't you see if you can Thursday?
We're only gonna review this other patch periods. We can still have it Friday. Okay, so,
Yeah. I'll wait for you.
let me draw your attention, the packet that I just handed out. The back of the first page has some hand-drawn triangles. Look at that page real quick if you would. Let's set up these three problems. I'm not gonna type them in or anything, let's just set them up. So problem 3A, I'm on the back of the front page of the packet I just gave you. 3A, problem 3, I guess, just 3. Tell me what you know about that picture.
It's one triangle.
How big is angle B?
0.
72.
30. 50.
50. So won't we say sine 50 over B equals sine 58 over 12?
Yes.
That's how we find side B. All right, look at the one underneath, number 4.
Yes. Angle, side angle, side angle.
So the law of sines or
Yeah.
cosines?
Cosine.
C squared
Equals 10 squared
cosine 82
plus 12 squared
10 squared plus 12 squared
minus 2 times
minus
10
2,
is 12.
10, 12 cosine 82.
Yes,
Last one, angle C,
Law sign.
Oh, wait.
Law sign.
Yeah, John, I'll see your paper out.
sine
actually add
38 over 9
Yep. Sine
equals
X.
sine C
over
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 10.
10.
and then
Yep,
down.
inverse and
When
sine.
we have the inverse,
I know.
and then boys and girls, for problem 5, you have to check to see if there is another angle C, because that is an ambiguous.
Oh, you have to?
Yes. You have to check, because there could be another angle C. Yep. You don't have to solve the whole triangle, you just have to figure